Hi. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, YouTube. Is anybody here? Guess I'll just wait till a couple of people get here so we can get our little video going. Somebody gave me this topic to do a couple of hours ago. And so I wanted to bring you guys this topic because my audience is mostly women. And so, you know, women become moms and moms become grandmas and grandmas become, you know, old ladies and whatever the case, right? So, hey, here y'all come. Another video. It's gonna be a mukbang video because I'm having some lunch. Some Greek yogurt. So here we go. Becoming a mom. Becoming a mother. So I wanted to talk about this because I get a lot of questions about the way I raise my children. I get a lot of questions about, oh, would you, if you had a daughter, would you raise them this way? And how would you do things differently if you had daughters and stuff like that? So I thought it was pretty relevant and pretty, you know, timely to talk about becoming a mother because a lot of you are much younger than me. Some of you are my same age and some of you are older. And so it just depends on what stage you are in your life, whether or not you want to become a mom or whether or not that's something that's important. And since I am a mom a couple of times over, I think it's good that we talk about it a little bit. Becoming a mom. Sorry, this eyelash is not cooperating. We'll work through that later. Okay, so becoming a mom. Becoming a mom is something that you will never be prepared for. Never. There's not really a whole lot that you can do to prepare for the day when you become a mom. When you become a mom, it is a very life-altering, life-changing thing. You will never be the person that you were before your children ever again. And you know, you do have moms who choose not to be involved in their children's lives, or they give them up for adoption, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I'm talking to women specifically who have children, who want to raise them, who do actively participate in raising their children. So I know for myself, when I first got pregnant, I was not ready at all. Hey, Miss April, I was not ready to have a child. Not at all. I didn't even know what I didn't know, right? So you get pregnant, everything, bam. Okay, now here you go. You're about to be a mom. Even up until the day I had my child, I still was not prepared. So all of you ladies who are waiting until you're ready, all of you ladies who are saving until you're ready to have a child, preparing mentally so that you can have a child, all of you ladies who are, you know, doing all these things in preparation for the day when you become a mom, I'm here to tell you that there's nothing at all that you could ever do to prepare yourself for that day. Nothing. You cannot prepare for sleepless nights. And I'm not talking about a little bit of sleepless nights. I'm talking about you being up from 2 days ago. And the only sleep that you even thought you might have gotten is when you were trying to put the baby to sleep for that 10-minute increment when the baby stops crying. So, yeah. If you are pregnant right now, Miss Tasari, if you are pregnant right now, just know that everything you're going through is normal. If you're scared, it's normal. If you really don't care about this damn baby, that's normal too. Because you don't know what you don't know. You will never be prepared for a baby. If you're not a millionaire, you're not financially prepared for a baby. Children cost a lot of money. They take a lot of time. They take a lot of your effort. They take a lot out of you. I cannot even go to the bathroom by myself without locking the door. Right now. And I've been a mama for a very long time. Real long time. Can't go to the bathroom by myself. Just is what it is, you know? Children don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you are sleepy. They don't care if you, whatever you've got going on, children don't care. All they know is, Mama, I'm sleepy. Mama, I want you to love me. Mama, I want you to be here with me. Mama, can you hold me? Mama, you smell good. Can I smell you? Mama, I can't smell you if I sit over there. All they know is what they want. It could be totally unreasonable, but they don't care. All they know is my needs need to be met, and you're the only person that can do it. Daddy can't do it like you. Grandma can't do it like you. The babysitter can't do it like you. I want my mama. That's it. Now, with all that being said, as draining as it is, the fact that you have to eat your little snack, you know, you got to eat your lunch on the run, and, you know, with all that being said, becoming a mom, see what I'm saying? You got to make YouTube videos while you make your lunch. Come along with me, shall we? So, with all that being said, you, yes, you don't have a lot of time. Yes, you're always busy and you're always attending to somebody else. So I think that the important thing to understand is that there's no way for you to prepare, but also it's the best and the most rewarding thing you could ever do for yourself in your entire life. There is nothing better than being a mom. There's nothing more rewarding than being a mom. There's nothing more. I have never done anything right besides being a mom. I have never. Being a mother is the only thing that I've ever done right in my entire life. I have up in a bunch of other arenas, bunch of other areas, in a whole bunch of other different ways. But being a mom is the only thing that I've done right, you know? And so I will say that all your children need is you. You, that's it. Your children don't need the most expensive diapers. It's okay to buy Loves as opposed to Pampers. If you can't afford Pampers, buy your baby some Loves. All they need is love, literally. Now, I know a lot of us women get hung up on, I want to be in love. I want to love. I want a love like I never knew before. I'm in love with him. We get hung up on that. But when I tell you the only true love that you will ever have is between yourself and your children, that's 100% fact. Fathers don't even love their children the way mothers do. And this child came from his loins to you. But I'm telling you that it's one thing to come from him. Men don't even have the same sort of makeup that we have as far as our children are concerned. So being a mom is a very important job, because a lot of us had mothers who didn't necessarily take their jobs all that serious. They didn't take time out with us. They did not nurture us. A lot of our moms were not teachers. As a mother, you need to be a teacher. You have to teach your children. You can't whoop them for everything. You can't scold them for everything. You can't, ignore them. You can't put them in a room by themselves and have them fend for themselves. You have to be a teacher. They don't know anything. So even if you don't have the skill or the vocabulary or the wherewithal to teach your children, you have to teach them something. You have to be able to say, no, baby, you can't touch the stove, it's hot. No, baby, you can't eat mama's makeup. No, baby, you can't poop outside of your diaper. You have to teach them these things. So when you understand that taking this being and bringing them into your life is a requirement that you become a teacher, I think that's where we can start to move things and start to have them shift in the direction that we want. We want to have men who are providers, but are we teaching our men to be providers? Are we teaching our boys how to be providers? We want to have women who say, oh, I'm not an independent woman. I want a man into my life to help me. We want that, but are we teaching our girls to be that way? Are you teaching your girls to make sure you're eating healthy? Make sure you are presentable when you walk out of the house. Make sure you smell nice when you walk out of the house. As a young lady, we have to make sure our hair is combed when we leave the house. Are you teaching your daughters this? Are you teaching your sons, you have to be a provider? If you are not a provider, then you do not, then you're worthless as a man. Are you teaching your sons that you always need money every time you go somewhere? Are you teaching your sons that it's not okay to always look for, mama, I need money. Mama, give me some money. Mama, I need money. Are you teaching your sons that that's not okay? Are you showing them how to be providers? Are you showing them that it's important that you are strong? It's important that you know how to protect your family. Are you teaching them these things? Hence the purpose of this video. As a mother, you need to be a teacher. You need to learn how to be a teacher. You have to show them, because everybody comes here as a blank slate. Everybody's blank. Nobody really knows, nobody really knows what anything is without being taught. Without being taught, nobody has nothing. You don't have anything. So somebody has to have taught you something. So as mothers, we need to be teachers, period. Can't get around it. So I know there are some women say, ooh, I love my sleep. I love my money. I love being by myself. Hats off to you, baby. I do too. I love my sleep too. But I also love the fact that I always have somebody there with me. I also love the fact that my boys and I are very, very close. I also love the fact that, you know, in teaching them, sometimes they teach me stuff because they're seeing things brand new. Brand new. I'll never forget raising my first son. And it was fall, and we were in a place where it was fall-ish. So the trees were falling. And at the time, I didn't have a whole lot of money, you know. So I took him to the park, and we were playing in the park. And he was 1 year old. He had just turned 1. And so he was like, the leaves were falling because the wind was blowing. He had his little hat on, you know, it was so cute. And the leaves were blowing, and he was like, ah! He was having so much fun. And he caught a leaf, and he was like, and he was looking at it like, whoa, you know, like he was so excited. And I'm like, it's a leaf. Like, come on, stop, it's a leaf. But in that moment, I had to pause and I had to stop because he didn't know what it was. He did not know what a leaf was. And I think in that moment, I really changed as a mother, because up until that point, I was pissed off I got pregnant, mad because his daddy was stupid, just whatever. So I wasn't fully embracing my role as a mother. But in that moment, I think it kind of changed for he and I, because I was like, oh, you really, like, you really knew. You're all the way new, you know what I mean? So it was just really, it taught me in that moment that you have to be a teacher, but it also taught me that sometimes you have to pause. As moms, we get so busy. Like me, I have 3 boys. I'm real busy. super duper duper busy with them. So I'm always, you know, this one wants to be in this activity, this one is in this activity, this one wants to, you know, eat the iPhone, and he wants to dig boogers and, you know, play with ants that are crawling. So I'm always in 40 different directions at the same time. So I have to sit them down sometimes and I have to say, look, Mama needs time to kind of process all the stuff that we've got going on. We're on our way to do A, B, and C. When we get there, I'm gonna have this much time to be with you, but you have to understand that I might not be able to be all the way fully with you because Mama has to tend to the baby too. So being able to communicate with your children is also important. Let them understand that yes, I'm your mommy, but Mama's not a superhero. Mama can't do everything. Sometimes you need to say, leave me alone. Everybody, leave me alone. You know, sometimes you need to be like, look, I need a break. Shut it down. You go over here and sit down and do something. You go over here and sit down and do something. Mama needs a break. So you have to be able to communicate your needs with them so that they understand that, oh, Mama's human too. You know, don't try to be super mom. Don't try to be mama and daddy. Don't try to be any, you know, all of those things, because you can't be all of those things, you know. And I didn't, you know, want to make this video for it to be, you know, oh, my baby daddy, I can't stand him. He get on my nerves and da, 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 you know. I didn't make this video to be that sort of video. I really made this because a lot of ladies are childbearing age. A lot of ladies are to the point where they're thinking about having children. A lot of ladies are new moms. So I know that a lot of us are not able to, haven't been taught anything about being a mom. You know I wasn't. My mom never said, she couldn't have taught me anything about being a mom. We'll just say that. Couldn't have taught me much about being a mom herself. So I had to learn on my own. So without any guidance, it's really hard. But yes, it's hard, but everything in life is hard. Being single is hard. Being, you know, alone is hard. So you have to pick which hard you want to do. Do you want to be alone? If you want to be alone, that's fine. You know, be alone. But if you want to have children, you have to understand that it is a responsibility. It is a huge undertaking, but it is the most rewarding thing that you will ever do. So you guys know I enjoy being a mom. I enjoy the sleepless nights and not being able to sleep. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And most women do. You don't think that you'll enjoy it. You think it's horrible. You think it's the worst thing in the world that you have to share your bed with somebody for the next 6 or 7. Hell no, I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. I'm just talking about being a mom. Y'all be reaching. Y'all be reaching. God, good God. No, I'm not. How am I gonna be pregnant and I ain't been having no sex? I ain't had sex the first. But you, anyway, girl, no. Not pregnant, not trying to get pregnant, not even close to being pregnant. Ain't even had no trampoline. Ain't nobody even been in the circumference of this thing right here. No, ma'am. What I'm saying is I'm speaking to the ladies who have questions about motherhood, have questions about how am I parenting my child? How am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? You know, right. Unless Jesus then came down, you know. Do I believe in abortions? Yes, I do. I certainly do believe in abortion. If you are not prepared to be a mom, you know, you have options. You know, I'm not really going to go into depth about my belief in it. Do I believe in it? I do. I believe that everybody has their own choices to make. If that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do, you know. Some women don't need to be mothers. Oh, what was it like giving birth in a hospital? Good question. It was very scary. It was very scary. I was scared to death, girl. When I tell you that pain, baby, that pain, That pain was a pain like I have never experienced in my life. That pain, it was more than a 10. It wasn't even a 10. It was like, okay, so my insides are, so my body is turning inside out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, okay, so the chariot got to be somewhere because I'm finna die. Oh, I'm about to die. It was painful. I mean, it was painful. It hurt a lot. It was, you go through so much when you're pregnant. You go through so much when you have a baby. But when you get the baby, when they put that little baby in your arms and you look at it, it's like something comes from the heavens, from the ethers, from the atmosphere, something, I don't know what type of laser beam that it is, but it's something that comes down from the heavens and it like zaps you in the forehead, like it's like a download of information, everything that you're gonna need to take care of this baby. There is nobody else in the entire world that has this information but you. Understand how powerful that is. You have everything inside of you that you need to take care of your baby. And it's different with every child. I didn't get the same information, we'll call it, with the first one that I got with my second one. And subsequently with the third one. I didn't get the same things, but I got exactly what I needed to take care of that one. I don't know how, I don't know where it came from. It just happened for me. So and with my first one though, it took a little longer. Because I was used to living a life, without children. I was used to being selfish in that way and not having to share my life and share my whatever. So it was a little harder with my first one. With the other two, it came more naturally. But with the first one, baby, I was like, whoa, this is way bigger than I thought it was. It's a very big undertaking. It is a lot, but it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding. It was scary. It was hard because I made it hard on a lot of occasions. But again, it was the best thing that I could have ever done, And this is speaking for me. I'm not shaming people who decide not to be moms. I'm not saying, oh, I made the best decision in the world because I'm such a great mom and all of this and that. What I'm saying is when you decide to become a mother, you have to understand that that there are responsibilities that come with it and that you need to take those responsibilities, seriously, because we're raising the generation that will eventually one day have to take care of us. They will eventually one day have to be there for us, and we need to prepare them for that day, So somebody requested that I do this video because they said, I admire the way you think. I admire the way you raise your sons. And so they requested that I do this video. And it was based on a post that I made yesterday about raising my children to be the boss. I don't want my children to have to be employed by someone else. I'm raising them to be entrepreneurs. So if they, decide to own a dump truck business, I want them to do that as opposed to sitting down and working for somebody else. So I think that's where the question came up to make this video. So I thought it would be pretty, pretty relevant. So there you go. It's a crazy, wild experience, but I love being a mother every day. I do. What should be the minimum required for picking a potential father? Very good, Lily. He needs to be wealthy. So we're talking about United States terms of wealth. $7. Thank you for that. I'm so happy you're speaking on this. When it comes to some of this BS taught in the school system, the employee mentality, how do you combat that? I will get to your question, Miss Candace. Thank you so much for that. But she said, what's a requirement for a potential father? He needs to be wealthy. And I'm talking about, $500,000, $400,000 or more a year annual income, because you have to factor in taxes, you have to factor in living expenses, bills, and all that other stuff, and the cost of having your baby, the insurance, the doctor's appointments, the clothing, the cribs, and the everything your baby needs. So you need to factor in all of that stuff. So you need somebody who is at least $400,000 or more when considering somebody as a potential father for your child. Also understand that men are not nurturing. They are not nurturing. I had an excellent father, but my father was also much, much older than my mom. So he kind of understood, you know, what it was like being a dad, because he had done it, you know, a whole time before my mom. So I had a very good dad, but he was like a unicorn. Bill Cosby was like a unicorn. So that doesn't necessarily happen, you know, all the time. So Miss Candace would like to know, how do you combat the employee mentality? You combat that by teaching your children, you know, do you see how they're working over there? I'm going to tell you what it's like when I was working. When I was working, I had to clock in for somebody. I had to ask them, can I take a break? I didn't have freedom to do this and that. So you have conversation with your children about what it was like when you were an employee. You also make sure that they understand, as boys, I need to be getting to the money. I need to be making sure that I always have money. I need to be making sure that, you know, I'm doing something, I'm becoming creative so that I can get to the money. I make my children do puzzles, because puzzles help you with problem solving. I make them do logic puzzles. Like, you can buy the little logic puzzles at Walmart, because you got to learn common sense. A lot of people don't have common sense. So I give them logic puzzles, and you know, I say, okay, do these, because those things, even though it's fun and we're pretending and doing stuff now, it's a game. It will help them later in life, because they'll be able to figure out different scenarios and different things that they're trying to do. So, yeah, so I do things that foster their learning. I'm always teaching, like with the baby, what color is this? How many is this? Show me that. With the middle one, I'm always saying, okay, we're going to sit down and read a book. We read books on the way to get a haircut, as opposed to sitting up on the phone all the time. Now, I don't do this every day, but I try to make sure that he's reading and things like that. With the oldest, I'm teaching him about girls and about women, and, you know, some girls are smelly. I'm going to tell you what that smell is about, you know, all of that. We talk about everything. So being able to communicate with them and tell them your experiences is a good way to combat what the world and school and, you know, all of that other programming that they have going on. Yeah, so there you go. Sorry, y'all. As we speak, I'm on my way to the car rider line to get children. It is 2:29. Now, this is some good little Greek yogurt. Woo! Got my little snack with my tea. On my way to get the boys. Oh, good morning, Australia. Good morning. Okay, so let's get our salmon out of the refrigerator. I'm baking some salmon for myself, but I'm cooking the boys some lasagna for their dinner tonight. So I'm drinking some green tea and ginger. It is really cold here, y'all. So I'm trying to do the, see now, look. I have to look at the schedule for basketball to see what time I'm supposed to be there to pick up the oldest from basketball practice. So yes, being a good mom requires a lot of multitasking. It requires you to be very Good Lord, all over the place, all at one time. But it's so fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. So, you guys, that's the video. That's the video. Being a mom, you need to be a good teacher. You need to make sure that you're choosing wisely for yourself when it becomes time for you to become a mom, as far as their father is concerned, for sure. Thank you. How, when today's economics do not require both parents to work or have a business. No, it doesn't. E. Dunlap. You can survive on one income. You just have to have one substantial income. It doesn't require you to have two incomes. How do women do all that and work? Yeah, I did it. I did it. And you're not very successful. You won't be. It's hard to be a successful mother when you have to do all of this stuff and go to work. Something is going to be lacking. Mine was my job. I was lacking on my job. So, I'm not going to lack as a mom. So I have to, lack it at my job. Do you find it hard feeding your kids every day? See what I mean? Well, that's the video. Okay. Do I find it hard to feed my children? Let you think on that. Any advice for single moms? Yes. My advice for single moms would be to communicate with your children. Do as much as you can for them, but don't try to be super mom and do any and everything for them. You can only do so much, and so do as much as you can when you can. Being a single mom is hard, but you also need to be trying to get a daddy up in there, because you're not meant to do it by yourself. You're meant to be a parent with the person that gave you the child. So, do as much as you can by yourself, but be working on getting somebody else there. Okay, this username. Let's talk to username. Now, every time I do a video, this person called username has something to say about my appearance. Oh, Mickey, your lips look different. Oh, Mickey, did you have some work done? Oh, Mickey, oh, Mickey, oh, Mickey. You a troll, baby. You're a troll. No, I didn't get a tan. It's the winter. I didn't get a tan. I don't tan. I'm black. So no, I didn't get a tan. Haven't had my teeth done. Haven't had my lips done. I don't do any of that. I'm just trying to talk to you on YouTube. Concentrate on what I'm talking about. Stay focused. No, it's not just this one video. It's every single video. When I get off of here, you're going to say, oh, Mickey, I like this video, but you had spinach in your teeth the whole time. Like, good grief. Good Lord. Anyway. Oh, constant cooking and meal planning. I mean, you have to. There's no way to avoid it. There's no way to avoid feeding your children. You have to feed them. How do I feel about having more than 5 children? I don't know how people decide to have more than 5 children. More than 5? That's a lot. 5 is a lot, but more than 5 is like, whoa. How do you pick your clothes when shopping? You always look so stylish, and shopping is hard for me. I don't know. I guess I've just always had a certain, like some days I wanted, like this is dressed down because I went to volunteer at a school today. So I dressed down a little bit, well, a lot. So that's kind of how I picked this outfit. But you know, it just depends on my mood, really. But thank you, though. Thank you. Somebody said, how? Oh, no. Should your new man who you live with be expected to pay for children if they're not his? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He should be expected to pay for everything. If you are a woman and you come with children, he's expected to pay for everything because he's a man. That's what men do. Men provide. So if you're a woman with children, he has to provide for a woman with children. And if he's not able to do that, then he needs to find a woman that he can provide for, because you're not one of those. These are Lily lashes. Yep. There you go. I wouldn't say, oh, these are my kids and he don't have to. I came with the +1. And, my husband was, well, that's a whole nother story. He's not a great dad, but he never like separated or made differences where they were concerned, I'll say. So, yeah, definitely. Could you touch on women worried about their biological clock ticking? Yes, every woman has a biological clock. We all do. And your biological clock starts ticking around, 25. So, he gonna put his name on the brand. So you need to really take into account that the older you get, the older your eggs are getting, the more likely you may have complications for, different things with your baby. The younger you are, of course, the more beneficial it is for you to have a baby. So if you have a biological clock is ticking, you need to find somebody who is able to provide for you and provide for a child comfortably and get to having a baby. That's it. If I was over the age of 25, that would be my main concentration, is having a baby. Just saying. How to bag a billionaire if you can't have children. All of my videos. Click off this video and start from the beginning. There you go. Thank me later. Ooh. This is so good. I love warm tea. Anyway, so that's the video, guys. You don't have any favorites from Lily? Try AliExpress. I've gotten some from there, and they have nice ones. You just have to, and they're only like $1 a piece. So if you pick some, just find you some. I had these on yesterday. And again, you just need to know a blueprint, how to dress and how to do your makeup and hair. Well, then you need to get in the group. If you get in the group, you can get a blueprint for that. We talk about that every single day in the group. On Facebook, on the Facebook group. Divorced men tend to be angry. Please answer you. What did you say, baby? Oh, you dumped your Dusty. That's why I'm not talking. That's why I didn't answer you. You started your question with, it's not even a question. You said, I dumped my dusty boyfriend and found me an older, financially stable man, but he's not rich. Should you keep looking? If he's providing for you, then no, you shouldn't dump him. You should never dump anybody. Just get more. If you have one man, he's not really rich, get you more and more and more and more and more. Easy. You just keep adding to the roster. Divorced men are not necessarily angry. What makes you... Some divorced men are happy, like I'm about to be. As soon as I get this paperwork, baby, I'm about to be super happy. Super happy. Ooh, Allison, you bought 4 wigs. Good job, girl. That's good. Some divorced people are happy, like me. Whatever. I'm not angry. I'm happy, So it just depends on who you're talking with. You attract what you are, I will say that. I don't have any angry people in my life. There's not one person in my life who's an angry person. Not at all. So if you're attracting angry people into your life, you may be an angry person. There you go. Yes, a lot of women only want to be with one man, but a lot of men don't want to be with one woman. So you do the math. So many women want to be with one man, but I can't really find a whole lot of men who want to be with one woman. So which one of those makes sense? If you know he doesn't want to be with one woman, why are you so obsessed with being with one man? Men are so possessive though, so how do you keep more than one? You don't tell them about each other. That's how. You don't tell them about each other. Hasn't been hard at all. Not for me. Not for me. It hasn't been hard at all. You know? Where'd you get your hair, Miss Allison? Okay, y'all. I gotta go get in the car rider line. What's the point of keeping broke men around? Exactly. If he's broke, why are you even? Anyway. I'm wise and tough. Yeah, I am. It's been a long time coming. We'll just say that. So that's the video. Becoming a mother is something that is a very wonderful thing. It's also very life-changing, and it's something that you need to take very seriously as a responsibility in your life. Would I do it again? Am I going to have another baby? No, I'm not having another baby. Would I consider it? Maybe so, if he was a whale. But if he is not a substantially rich and wealthy man, I would not consider ever having another baby. I think 3 is a very good number. I think my family is great the way that it is. So I won't be doing that. But for the ladies who are considering it, I just wanted to give you guys this information, you know, just a little something. We may touch on this again later, or, you know, maybe do a part 2 or something like that to this video to kind of go more into depth on some of my experiences as a mother. We may do that. But you know, just to make a general statement, just know that you're never going to be prepared to become a mother. So if you're considering being a mother, get you a whale, and there you go. As long as he's wealthy, you and your children will be fine. That's it. All your children need from you is love. All they need from their dad. No, I'm just kidding. They need love from both of their parents, but you also need somebody who can financially help you to take care of those children. So, there you go. I'm Michaela Pink, and that's what I think. Bye.